All right, last thing I'm going to talk about on the serious news side before we get to like artificial intelligence and then move on to like some other shit is why Americans hate paying taxes with John Oliver.
But Uncle Sam reaching his dirty little paw down our pants. We pay federal taxes, state taxes, property taxes, tax on gas, alcohol,
Did I say John Oliver? John Stewart.
Tampons, clams.
I meant John Oliver, artificial intelligence, in this John Stewart video on why Americans hate taxes.
There's even a tax on sound effects.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can have as many Johns, as many white Johns doing political satire, but God forbid you have more than one Hasan doing the same shit, you know?
It sounded like an ocean liner just came. I don't know. We got to be the most taxed people in the world. What do we got there? Really? 8% is the average tax burden in the United States of America? That can't be right. The point is this, it's low. Lower than you'd think. So, I mean, if we're mad, those 38% paying meatball-eating scandies must be absolutely outraged.
I love to pay my taxes.
Det är lite hög, men det är bra också.
I pay because I think the system works.
Yeah, I like paying taxes.
From your lighthouse in an Ingmar Bergman movie? By the way, that gentleman is now available at IKEA. He's called a Skernbergen. But these folks bring up an interesting point. They seem pleased to pay taxes because their system is working. Why?
We don't have to worry about getting sick. We don't have to worry about insurances.
Daycare for kids, free school.
When you go give birth, it's almost free.
Things in Finland's government-issued baby box that just make sense. All the pads for your new leaking body. Condoms so you don't pop out another one right away.
They get a fuck box? You go to Finland, you get a taxpayer-funded fuck box? Although I guess, you know, to be fair, any box could be a fuck box if you're... Pandemic, 2.5 years in, you know. You gonna finish that Happy Meal? No, I don't want the food. Just really like the box. Anyway, but those are socialist countries, ice hippies. Surely countries that don't use reindeer bones for money are singing a different tune.
If you're diabetic, your prescriptions are free, so I don't have to pay for it anyway.
On a de belles routes, on a accès à une certaine éducation, on a un système de santé qui est excellent.
The children get free medical care. There is no extra charge, whether for regular checkups, for treatments, or for prescription medicine.
Wow, it's amazing what you can pay.
If we didn't have to support the weight of empire, we could also have nice things. I mean, that... But also, like, that's the right-wing attitude, you know what I mean? It's like, why the fuck do we have to support the weight of empire? How about we do, like, you know, how about we do the like, if you have to do some imperialism, like, do, like, a little bit of, like, do some shitty, like, economic imperialism, but, like, maybe lighten the burden on the military imperialism, you know what I mean? Like, how about start there? That's a good place to start. You know what I mean? Just like rein it in, dude. Just fucking rein it in a little bit. Like rein it in, please.
Pay for when you haven't been allowed to have an army. Now, oh right, I invaded Poland. Yeah, it was me. In 2022, Americans paid almost $5 trillion to the government in federal taxes alone. So what do we get?
I've spent many days on the phone crying with the insurance because I can't not let my daughter have her medicine.
There was no way I was going to be able to ever afford daycare. No vacation, no benefits.
$65,000 in student loan debt.
I can't afford to retire.
I feel like I will be in debt for the rest of my life.
So what accounts for the vast chasm between their satisfaction in other countries and our, let me check my notes, debt?
Problem is, if we became just like Finland, Sweden, things would be better, but the global south be suffering. If America's military footprint resembled Sweden and Finland's, the world would be objectively like 900% better at the very least. This is not to say that like, social democracies do not benefit from extracting natural resources and human suffering caused in the global south. Of course they do. But like unironically, if America moved towards social democracy and like reduced its military footprint and utilized the DoD as like what it is, which is a jobs program, not for murder and a never-ending cycle of violence, but instead for like building bridges and shit, you know what I mean? Yes, we would literally be, the world and the global south be infinitely better off. Like, it wouldn't solve all the problems, but it would certainly go a long way. This is precisely the reason why I advocate for the things I advocate for with respect to like moving towards a social democratic process. Any way in which you undermine America's military superpower, okay, is going to objectively make the world a better place. Trunon was talking about how we spend so much money arming ourselves and other places just creating a cyclical nature of lowering our ability to help ourselves. Like socialist countries are so poggers, while somewhere like Mississippi has a fucking 27% child poverty rate. Yeah. Your chat is saying you have a brain dead take about this. Please explain to them why. Wait, what? I don't think anyone's saying that. Who the fuck would say that like reducing America's military power wouldn't objectively be a good thing for the planet? I'm pretty sure everyone understands that. The problem is the imperial court can't move towards social democracy. America can't do social amenities. America has to be this like rugged capitalist hellhole. Okay? Someone has to be the main guy that does this evil. Just kind of how it is. America has also basically eviscerated any chances of revolutionary potential in its ranks, not only by like destroying labor unions and any semblance of like leftist organizing, by sometimes directly murdering leaders, but usually by just slow erosion. But most importantly, manufacturing is no longer here. So there is no assembly line where you can get together and work. The closest you can get to like an assembly line is Amazon facilities. And it's incredibly difficult to even organize within said facilities, partially because Amazon has decided to have the most insane cycle of like firing and hiring. So much so that they're running out of new people to hire at this point. Bruv, that is so cap. If you don't like America, one step backwards will be taken as an advantage by its competitors. If you like more China or Russia, it's your opinion. What? Bruv, that is so cap. Yeah, dude. Russia is going to take over the world. You're right. Brother, Russia can't even take over one of the ugliest villages you've ever seen, okay? What the fuck are you talking about? They can't even take over Bakhmut. What do you mean? They're going to take over the world? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What army? They literally level it to the fucking ground and then engage in trench warfare for no reason. Like they can't even take over a fucking village, okay, with like 8 donkeys in it that they've literally eviscerated, reduced to rubble, and they can't even take that over. What country, what global prominence does Russia have? It's so funny that like NatSec libs and fucking tanky like MAGA communist Russia defenders do the handshake emoji whenever they talk about the Russian military might. It's so funny, dude. Imperialism isn't even good for the empire, yet for some reason chatters are disagreeing. I mean, imperialism isn't good for the empire. If you think about the labor aristocracy, by definition, they are better off than the global south, like the permanent underclass in the global south. But it's still not good. It's still not good because profits need to be squeezed out everywhere. So that's how you arrive at like, domestic imperialism. The very same kind of attitude. Which is part of the reason why, like, I don't give a shit. No matter what, you have to hand it to our foreign adversaries whenever they do anything, really. Tanky is any leftist you don't like? I mean, Trotsky Bidenist? No, I don't like abuse that sentiment like others do. No, but like I'm talking about the fucking MAGA communist weirdos. Okay, you know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about. Shut up, like the schizo left. Yeah, Neo LaRouche shit, kind of. Like, I don't think they have a discernible ideology. I think they're just like whatever goes. Revcom, Baba Avakian, but yeah, like the cult left. Anyway. Fuck you, Hasan. Bakhmut had a 70K population. Oh my god. Fucking put me there and end my life, dude. You're missing the point. Okay? I'm not saying it's unimportant. I'm saying that Russia can't even overtake Bakhmut. It is literally an anti-Russia take. You dumb motherfucker. Oh my god. If Russia can't overtake Bakhmut with ease, how the ever-loving fuck are they going to overtake Belgium even? Which is not even a real place, okay? It's fake. It's made up. Libbrain had to defend Ukraine immediately. Ukraine has reinforced Bakhmut like a dozen times. What do you mean? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You're right, dude. You're right. I'm sorry. It is, you're right. Russia has a really, really tough battle there, and that's why actually Russia would be able to overtake every country. You're right. Russia's military power is awesome. I'm so wrong. Like, why are we pretending Russia could ever get through Moldova? Thank you. That's what I'm saying. We're going to ship Moldovan Mama Liga back to Moldova, and he's going to fucking defend. I don't think Russia will try to expand their war past Ukraine, but wouldn't it be pretty easy to roll over Europe considering they already gave Ukraine most of their weaponry? They're not rolling over Ukraine, brother. It's just attrition, back and forth. Okay, I can't believe we got here. Now, there's a reason why we're talking about Ukraine. In a video where we're covering, a 4-minute video where we're covering taxes. Do you want to know why? Because that's where your tax dollars go in the United States of America and none of the fucking social amenities that you get in a social democracy in Europe. My point was literally this, which is that if America was less militaristic, we would unironically have healthcare and free education, and the world would be a much better place because we wouldn't have such a fucking expansive military with thousands of bases all around the goddamn country, all around the goddamn planet, okay? So yes, you can't have a conversation about taxes and why Americans don't like paying taxes and why American taxes go to one fucking specific industry all the goddamn time without talking about said industry and its impact on the planet.
For the rest of our lives.
Anyway.